Moving on to the next question, number 36. If we just observe the scale, this is 20.05. The scores, this is 20.07. The P is exactly midway. So this has to be 20.06. All the options has 20.06 over here. Next, 20.07. This is 20.08. This is 20.09 already marked. So Q is something in between 20, ranges between 20.07 and 20.08. Q ranges between this. So now let's see this possible. 20.09 not possible. It's beyond the range. 20.08 is again the end part of the range. So this is again not possible, eliminated. And 20.216 is far beyond the range. So this is again not possible. So the only option that stays with us is option A. So that has to be our answer. Moving on to the question 37th, I am a three-digit number between 100 and 120 and a multiple of 6. Multiple of 6, that means it should be divisible by both 3 and 2, and hence it should be an even number. Even number, no, eliminated. Even number, yes. Even number, no, eliminated. Even number, yes. So the first one has to be 108 because both the possible options give me 108 as the option answer. Next, find the difference between the fourth multiple of 9, which is 36, and the third multiple of 6, which is 18. So 36 minus 18 is 18. Over here, it shows 45, wrong. 18, yes. So that's the correct answer, option C. Moving on to our next question. Moving on to our next question, number 38. When a rhombus is added to 59 hundredths, the answer is 300 tens, means 3,000, more than 11,000. So basically the rhombus plus 5,900 is equals to 14,000, or the rhombus is equals to 14,000 minus 5,900. That's 8,100. 8,100 is nothing but 810 tens. If you just eliminate 1 0, so that's the answer, because the question wants us to find out how many tens is the rhombus. Moving on to question number 39. Mrs. Kapoor bought 2.5 kgs of wheat at 16 rupees per 200 grams. If 200 grams is 16 rupees, 1 kg or 1000 grams is 5 times of this. So the cost would also be 5 times. So 16 5 times 80 rupees. So first kg 80 rupees. For the second one again 80 rupees. And for the half kg, half of 80, 40 rupees. So 80 plus 80 plus 40, that's 160 plus 40, 200 rupees. That's your answer. Moving on to the 40th question. 25 kg of sugar is packed. 25 kg is packed into packets of weight 125 grams each. 25 kg means 25,000 grams. This is packed in packets of 125 grams each. So how many packets are there? Divide 25 5 times, 25,000 times. Further dividing 5 to 100. 200 packets packed. That's the answer. Next question number 41. The weight of a packet of salt is 1.2 kg. Okay. The weight of packet of flour is 0.3 less than packet of salt. That means flour is 0.3 less. So it's 0.9 kg. Now we have to find 5 packets of salt. 5 packets of salt would weigh 5 times of 1.2, which is 6.0 kg. And 3 packets of flour would weigh 3 times of 0.9, which is 2.7 kg. Together they would weigh 8.7 kg or 8,700 grams. Option D is the answer. We cannot mark 8.70 because that's a wrong answer. That shows 8 kg 70 grams. Aman is 1.4 kilometers tall, 42 meters tall. Aman is 1.42 meters tall. His brother is 15 centimeter taller than Aman. So the brother's height is 15 centimeter more, that is 0.15 meters more. So 1.4 to 0.5. You have to find the total height. So we should add this plus this. So 1.42 plus 1.42 plus 0.15. We need to add this. That gives us 5 plus 2, 7 plus 2, 9, 4, 4, 8, 1, 9, 1, 1, 2, 2.9. We have it in option C. So that's the answer. Moving on to the next question, Meenal joined 3 activities, that is table tennis, dancing, and abacus. She went to table tennis once in every 3 days, okay. Dancing every 4 days, abacus once in every 6 days. The given calendar shows that Meenal did all the activities on 5th of June, on which day Meenal did all the 3 activities again. 3, 4, and 6. So first we should find the LCM of 3, 4, and 6. That would be 12. So basically every 12 days she's doing all the activities again. So every 12 days if she's doing again after 5th of June, again after 12 days she would be doing it. So that's 17 over here. That's a Saturday. So 17 Saturday, that's the answer. Next, 44th question. Form the greatest 7-digit number using the digits 9, 4, 6, 3, 2 at least once. So you have to find, since you have to find the greatest 7 digits, so we should repeat the greatest digits. So we should repeat 9 3 times. Then we have the 4th digit as 6. Then we have 4, then we have 3, and then we have 2. 999, 6, 4, 3, 2. That's the answer. Option B is the answer. Moving on to question number 45. A triangle, a circle, and a rectangle together is 2880. A triangle and a circle is 240. So rectangle we can find out from here. So the rectangle is 2880 divided by 240. That's 12. So we know the rectangle's value now. 2 triangles are given to be 32. If 2 triangles are 32, one triangle is half of 32. That's 16. We know the rectangle and the triangle. Now if triangle is 16, 16 multiplied to what gives you 240? So the circle is 240 divided by 16. If we divide 240 by 16, that gives us 15. So circle is 15. We have value for all the symbols. We have to find the sum of all of these. So 16 plus 15 is 31. 31 plus 12, that's 43. So option C is the answer. So that was our first section. Moving on to the last section and the last 5 questions of the paper, achievers section. You have to match the columns. The first one, the Roman numeral is 1999. So 1999 minus 1500, this is 49. 1549. 1999 minus 1549 is 450. 450 can be written as CD, that's 400. CD and 50 is LCD, which we have in option number 4. So A has to be 4. 2 possible options, 1 and 2 eliminated. Next, double M is 2000. This is 45. 2045 plus 1000. 1000. This is 569. 1569. 2045 plus 1569 is 3614. 3614 is written as 1000, 2000, 3000. 600 would be written as DC. 500 plus 100, 600. 14, 10, 14. So where do we have it? Option 1. After 4, option 1 is over here, only in option C. So that's the answer. Moving on to the next question, which of the following statements is correct? 6 by 25 is equals to 0.24. Let's see. If we multiply by 4, we would get the denominator as 100. The numerator also gets multiplied to 4. So 6 was a 24 by 100 is 0.24. Yeah, so the very first one is correct. So yes, 6 by 24 is also equivalent to 0.24. So that's our answer. drew Venn diagrams for the multiples. Who drew the correct one? Multiples of 3. Are all the multiples of 3 multiples of 6? No. So it's incorrect. Multiples of 4. All the multiples of 4 are multiples of 12. No. 8 is not a multiple of 12. So this is also incorrect. Multiples of 8 are multiples of 12. Again, a no. The first very multiple 8 is not a multiple of 12. So none of them have written or drawn correct. So none of them is the answer. Moving on to the 49th question. We have to find the area of figure P, Q, R. All the figures different. P. The length is 28, the breadth is 14. So P is 28 14 times. If we multiply 28 into 14, we would get 392 square centimeter for P. We have 3 possible options. Next, moving on to Q. All of them show 220, so I guess we can just skip it. Next, R. R shows R. This is R. The length is 6. What about this? Till here 4. And this is equal. The length, the breadth of P is equally divided into 2. Total is 14, so each has to be 7. So 4 plus 7 together, it's 11. 11 into 6. So for R, it's 11 into 6, 66. So option A and B eliminated because they show 660. We have C and D as the possible options. Now moving on to the last part of the question, sum of the areas P and R. P is 392 and R is 66. 392 plus 66, 628, 9, 6, 15, 5 carry 1, 3, 1, 458. Is how much more than the area of Q, which is 220. So if we subtract this, we get 832, 238. Option B is the answer. Moving on to the last question of our paper, Divyang parked his bike from 10 a.m. to 6:50 a.m. on Monday and Sunday. His bike from 10 a.m. to 6:50 p.m. on Monday and Sunday. So let's see the charges for Monday. We have separate charges for weekdays, and for Sunday, weekends and public holidays, we have different charges. So for Monday, he's starting from 10. So 10 to 11, just 1 hour over here. So 250 for the first hour. Next, 11 to 5. 11 to 5 is 6 hours. 6 hours. Each hour 350. So 350 hours 6 times is 356 hours is 2100. 2100, 250. And for the last hour from 5 o'clock to 6:50, from 5 o'clock to 6:50, 10 rupees per half an hour. So 5 to 5:30, then 6, then 6:30, then 6:30 to 6:50. We have 4 half an hours over here. 4, we have half an hours over here. 4 times half an hours. So 4 half an hours means 10 into 4. 4 half an hours is 10 into 4, 40 rupees every half an hour. So 2100 plus 250 plus 40, that's 2390 rupees. We have 2 possible options, B and C. A and D eliminated. Now we have to find how much cheaper did he pay for the parking charges on Sunday compared to Monday. Okay, so let's just find out the difference every hour. For the first hour, 10 to 11, he has paid 120 instead of 250. So 250 minus 120, 130 rupees less over here. Okay. For the next hour, he has paid 350 on Monday as well, whereas 180 on Sunday. So what's the difference? 350 minus 180, 170 rupees cheaper. For how many hours? 6 hours. So 170 into 6, that means he has paid 1020 rupees less over here. And the last slab, for the last 4 half an hours, for 5 to 6:50, he has paid the same amount, 10 rupees every half an hour, 10 rupees every half an hour. So that won't count. So how much cheaper? 1020 and 130. That's 1150 rupees less he has paid. So option C is the answer.